Hi! So it's been a while since I posted a video, and I really have a reason to now because I have a massive stack of books right here that I've gotten over the last 2 weeks because I don't have enough books as it is, nor will I have the time to read them when I move to Disney World in a month. But I just thought, hey, I need to buy books because I have a problem. This first section is going to be books that I got at our library book sale. They have a library sale 3 times a year. This was the Christmas sale. And typically when I buy books at the book sale, they're books that are, some of them are ones that I have wanted currently. A lot of them are ones that I read as a kid that I really enjoyed and I want to have them because I only borrowed them at the library or whatever reason. I don't have them on my shelf, but they're very nostalgic for me. So it's kind of half and half. So first book is one I've been looking for a really long time. And it's very accessible, but the price getting it hardcover and because it's new and because of what the book is, it's just hasn't been a major priority. So when I found it at the library sale for $4, had to get Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. Very excited to read it. I've read maybe the first chapter or two and I'm really enjoying it. It just hasn't been something super major that I've picked up because I have so many that I'm currently reading. Next one, finally have the 7th Harry Potter book. Another one, it's just so expensive to buy it and you can't really find it in good condition used. So found that and it was only a couple of dollars. So finally have all of those completed. This one I actually didn't buy at the book sale, but I bought it at an antique store a couple of days after, and it's Treasure Island. I really want to read this and I love the cover. I think it's really cool. It will probably fall apart on me while I'm reading it, but that's okay. This one, loved it, hated the movie. To this day I refuse to watch or even acknowledge the movie, is Bridge to Terabithia. I remember sitting in my floor in the corner crying at the end of this book. It was so good, and so I'm really excited to reread it, 8 years later. Next, the first two Hank the Cowdog books. I grew up on these. My mom and I would always borrow these, either the books or the audiobooks. We love the audiobooks because John R. Erickson actually narrates, or he is the voice, I don't know what you call it. And so that's really cool to have the author actually read the book because he has all the different voices that he's kind of imagined them. So these are our two favorites. So finally have these. Next one is actually the second in a trilogy. I read the first one, loved the first one, and never picked up the second or third one, so I'm hoping to reread that, eventually get the first and third. So I have The People of Sparks, sequel to City of Ember. Like I said, love the City of Ember. I actually almost bought it today, but it was the movie cover, and I don't like the movie cover, especially if I have the original book cover in the series or trilogy. This other one I was so excited to find. Another one I loved growing up. Mostly, growing up, like junior high is more what I mean. But it's the book No Shame, No Fear by Anne Turnbull. This one is about from what I remember, a Puritan girl, a Quaker girl, and then the guy is like the son of somebody who's not a Quaker. And so they fall in love, of course, and the boy decides that he really believes in what the Quakers believe, and he wants to become a Quaker, but his dad won't allow it, and it's told from both of their perspectives. And I remember reading this, and when it was over, I thought, there has to be a sequel. Please tell me there's another one. So I really am hoping to look this up and see if maybe she's written another one, because it was too great, and the way it ended was not sufficient for me. Next, we have Ella Enchanted. I have Fairest. I think I actually bought that at the last book sale I went to, and I'm really excited that I accidentally bought both of the same covers, just because I like that they go together. I didn't do it intentionally. I loved these. I didn't like this movie. It wasn't awful, but I didn't care for it too much. But I love just her interpretation. I do also want to read I don't remember what it's called. I don't know. But I do want to read her, I guess it's Jasmine version. I haven't read it. I almost bought it on audiobook today, but decided against it because I would rather read it. Also, her book, The Two Sisters of Bamare, I believe is how, I don't know, B-A-M-A-R-R-E, Bamare. I cried. I loved this book so much. It's on my wish list to buy from thrift books, but I haven't done it yet. And I love it. I want it so badly. Next one is the Bartimaeus trilogy. I bought or borrowed the first one from the library a month or so back, but I never actually read it because I had other things that I read instead. So I got all three of these because they were, $1, $2 each, something like that. So I have all three of these. It seems very Greek mythology. I don't know. It just sounds super cool, and so now I have all three of them. Okay, last two. This one I was also very, very excited about. I love these. I actually think I only read two of them, and I don't even know if I've read them in the proper order. I never read the third one, or first one, or whichever order. And I love this set that I got it in, and it's Tales of the Frog Princess by E.D. Baker. It's a little storybook that has all three of them in there, which is The Frog Princess, Once Upon a Curse, and Dragon's Breath. This book series, trilogy, is actually what inspired a lot of my writing when I was junior high, high school, early high school. I really wrote based on these books. So I'm very excited to go back and reread them. And it comes with a little frog charm. I remember when I was reading these and I would go on her website, she had a post about how Disney had bought the rights to her book, and they were going to change it and make it, 1920s, and the princess was not really, it's The Princess and the Frog. So, fun fact, it's not actually based as much off of the original fairy tale as it is based off of these, which I already knew about. So, that's kind of cool, and I love it. The next and final one from this book sale was actually the sequel to a book that I got at the previous book sale, and it's The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Rebels There by Catherine M. Valente. I haven't started the first one, but I thought if I did start it and wanted to continue it, now I'll have the second one. So that is all for that. I also bought all of those for $29.50. My mom texted me today. I had just gotten home from lunch with the best friend, and she said, hey, we're at the Scholastic Book Fair if you want to join. And I've never gotten in my car so fast. I love the Scholastic Book Fair. So even though I'm 20 years old, I do still love junior high aged books. What I have here, this is a whole little set together, and it's the Judy Blume Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, Super Fudge, Fudgemania, Double Fudge, and otherwise known as Sheila the Great. I loved these. I have pictures of me sitting reading, I think it was Super Fudge. I was sitting in the kitchen sink with this book in my little fake glasses that were kind of like barely tinted sunglasses that I thought would be super cool if I had glasses, and now I do, and I mean, they're cool, whatever. So I loved these, and I'm glad that I have them all. They're all the same cover. This next one I have heard so many people talk about and so many people rave about, and it has tons of stickers, and it is The House of the Scorpion. I mean, it's the National Book Award winner, Newbery, Prince Award. Heard a lot of booktubers talk about this, and so I'm very excited to read it. I actually almost bought it, but chose not to, and so I'm glad I finally did get that today. This one just looked interesting, so we'll see how it ends up being. Kaleidoscope Eyes. I don't know anything about it. It's based in 1968, and Pirate Treasure, so that'll be cool. Another one, heard people rave about on BookTube, Shadow and Bone, so I'm very excited to read this. My mom found this one called The Clockwork 3, and I don't know anything about it. It's kind of steampunky, but it sounded cool. That's pretty much how I'm basing these. Oh, it sounded cool. People have talked about it. This Legend and Prodigy by Marie Lu. I've also heard great things about this. I believe, is Champion the third one? I'm pretty sure Champion's the third one. I bought it because people have talked about it, and I've seen them at Barnes & Noble and wanted to buy them, so I got what Scholastic had to offer. Cinder and Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles. Another, I've heard a lot of people talk about them. It's Cinderella. So, and what is Scarlet? Oh, Scarlet's Red Riding Hood. duh, it's a cape. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be like Snow White because her lips are red. Cinderella and Red Riding Hood. That'll be cool. Just sounds super interesting, and I've heard from a lot of people that they're really good. Then the last one, oh, I can't pick it up, is Insurgent of the Divergent trilogy, because we borrowed it from the library, and so I have Divergent and Allegiant, but I do not have Insurgent. So finally have this and can complete my collection. And so there are all of my books. Here they are now, all on the floor, because, you know, that's what you do with books when you're in the middle of a haul. So there's that. Thank you for watching. Recommend books, even though I'm really not going to be able to read them, because once I move, that's just not happening. But whatever. Oh my gosh, and I'm gonna add this one, even though I bought this at the library book sale. I just now found it. I knew there was another one. It's The Art of Walt Disney. I found this one. It was just on my shelf because it's too big, tall to fit on my bookshelf. And it's like it's an old book, and it has all the animation and. I'm gonna work there, you guys. That's where I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be there. So there is that. Like I said, I'm really not going to have time to read when I'm there, but I'm going to bring 5 to 10 books probably, just because if I did have some downtime and I did choose to read, I would be really upset if I didn't have one. So I'm going to bring a good kind of smattering of books. It's a word for you. And just going to be excited about picking which ones go with me. It's going to be like asking a mother to pick what children do you want to move with you, but we'll see. So thank you so much, and see y'all next time I make a video.